Just when the world thought it had seen it all, more revelations from Dara and Jung Il-woo's wedding began to surface, and this time, they revolved around the mountain of extravagant gift money. In a culture where cash gifts are customary, this celebrity celebration took the tradition to an entirely new level, capturing headlines across Asia and beyond. The gifts weren't just generous, they were legendary, each more jaw-dropping than the last, as guests outdid each other in a whirlwind of high society generosity and status. Rumors first trickled in from a popular entertainment blogger known for their uncanny accuracy and industry scoops. According to insider whispers, the combined total of all gift money received by the newlyweds might have soared past the $2.8 billion mark, over $2 million USD. That figure alone sent shockwaves through the online community, triggering everything from admiration to controversy. It didn't take long before the news began to dominate local TV segments and social media threads, with fans and industry watchers obsessing over the staggering scale of the celebration. But how much truth was there to the rumors? As media outlets began to dig, more concrete details emerged. Several guests anonymously shared that envelopes came thick and fast, filled not only with cash but sometimes checks, luxury vouchers, and even cryptocurrency. One jaw-dropping anecdote described an envelope from a global music executive that contained a check for $300 million alongside a hand-signed contract offering a potential international joint venture. The symbolic nature of the gesture suggested that Dara and Jung Il-woo were more than just a couple, they were becoming a cultural power duo. It didn't stop there. A high-profile heiress and close friend of Dara reportedly gifted a Louis Vuitton custom trunk filled with rare vintage wine and gold bars. Another guest, a retired actor-turned-entrepreneur, presented a classic Aston Martin wrapped in a satin bow, parked discreetly outside the venue. The sheer variety of gift formats, from digital wallets to artwork from celebrated contemporary artists, added layers of fascination to what was already the most talked about wedding of the year. The trunk itself was later confirmed to be a limited edition, valued at nearly $200,000. Netizens quickly broke into investigative mode. Fans compiled lists of known guests and tried to speculate who gave what, creating Reddit threads and fan theories that gained traction across platforms. One theory suggested that a noted fashion designer gifted Dara exclusive rights to a new bridal collection in her name, something that could signal a future business venture. Meanwhile, Twitter was flooded with satirical memes and cheeky comments about what ordinary fans would give if invited. A heartfelt Spotify playlist quickly became a viral joke. Some questioned whether such excessiveness was necessary. In a world still recovering from economic uncertainty, criticism poured in from some corners accusing the celebrity circle of being tone-deaf. Was this simply a show of wealth, or something more symbolic? Many defenders were quick to point out that in Korean wedding culture, cash gifts are a gesture of respect, not vanity. And in this case, it was also a recognition of the couple's enduring legacy in entertainment. The lavishness, they argued, was a celebration not just of love, but of two lives built on hard work, perseverance, and immense contribution to Korean pop culture. Addressed the growing speculation and critique, Dara and Jung Il-woo held a press briefing post-honeymoon, a move that surprised many. They publicly addressed the gift issue, offering transparency and gratitude. "We were overwhelmed by the kindness of our friends and colleagues," Jung Il-woo said, "but we also understand the weight of such generosity." Dara added, "Our wedding was a celebration of love, not excess. We've decided to honor that love by sharing what we received." Their announcement revealed that they would be donating nearly 50% of all the received wedding gifts, cash and otherwise, to various causes, among them, scholarships for students at underfunded art schools, renovation of children's hospitals in rural Korea, international disaster relief. They also pledged to build a creative arts center in Seoul dedicated to nurturing young talent from low-income families. That center, they revealed, would include a recording studio, dance practice rooms, and mentorship programs led by industry veterans. The philanthropic decision turned the tide of public opinion almost instantly. Even skeptics praised the couple's humility and impact. Media outlets lauded the duo not just as entertainers, but as influential change-makers. And shifted from too much to a wedding that gives back. The Korea Herald named them Couple of the Year. Not only for their love story, but for the positive cultural wave they inspired. Beyond the monetary gifts, emotional offerings were equally meaningful. The reception, letters were read aloud from family and friends. Dara's mother recounted the early days of Dara's career, her struggles during 2NE1's disbandment, and how Jung Il-woo brought joy back into her daughter's life. Jung Il-woo's best friend, actor Lee Min-it's home, offered a heartfelt toast filled with inside jokes and touching memories. To know Il-woo is to know loyalty. Said. And Dara, you've found someone who will never stop choosing you. Another layer of the gift story involved the vendors and artists who collaborated with the couple. Many top-tier brands chose to offer their creations not for profit, but as wedding presents. Saab gifted the final touches of Dara's gown as a token of admiration. Tom Ford personally signed a custom monogram on Jung Il-woo's suit. Even the floral designer from Paris declined full payment, instead opting for a partial donation in honor of the couple. These gifts were not just material, but symbolic gestures of respect and affection. Symbolism wasn't lost on anyone. This wasn't just the spectacle of wealth, it was a convergence of respect, gratitude, and legacy. Details of these stories trickled out. Fans from around the world felt more deeply connected to the event. It felt less like an untouchable celebrity gala and more like a communal celebration. The wedding became something to aspire to. For its extravagance, but for the emotion and intention behind every gesture. The legacy of the wedding is already influencing future plans in the entertainment industry. Young idols and rookie actors have expressed admiration for the couple's ability to blend elegance with empathy. It's not just about the glamour anymore, one trainee at a major agency posted on Instagram. It's about what you give back, how you love, and how you lead. Production companies reportedly have begun planning future dramas and reality shows around wedding culture and celebrity generosity, hoping to capture a piece of the Dara Il-woo magic. In the weeks following the wedding, the cultural ripple effects continued. Charity organizations reported spikes in donations from fans wanting to contribute in honor of the couple. A popular fan group launched a campaign to plant 10 trees across South Korea as a tribute to the pair. Others hosted local events replicating elements of the wedding while collecting funds for local causes. K-pop idols began openly supporting philanthropic projects at their own events, echoing the wedding's message of giving. On a more personal level, Dara and Jung Il-woo remained grounded amid the fame storm. Their honeymoon, a 2-week retreat in Bhutan, was kept entirely private. They avoided luxury resorts and instead stayed at eco-lodges, focusing on meditation and cultural immersion. Upon return, they posted a joint message on Instagram, a candid photo of them laughing under lanterns, with a caption that simply read, "Home is wherever we're together." The image quickly became iconic, shared millions of times across social media. Simplicity, juxtaposed with the grandeur of their wedding, became the final element in a love story that captivated millions. It reminded the world that beyond the dazzling lights and diamond rings, what truly matters is sincerity. Dara and Jung Il-woo's wedding was more than an event, it was a statement, a moment of beauty and meaning wrapped into one. Showed the world that extravagance and empathy are not mutually exclusive. In an era of fast-moving headlines and fleeting fame, their union gave fans something lasting, not just inspiration, but hope. Hope that true love still exists. Hope that generosity can go viral. Hope that even in the world of glitz and glamour, humanity has a place. Their story will continue to inspire not only fans, but fellow celebrities and future generations looking for something real in an industry often defined by illusion. As the final lights dimmed on their grand affair and the last guests departed Jeju Island, one thing remained certain: this wedding would be remembered not just for how much it sparkled, but for how deeply it moved the world. In every corner of Korean entertainment, and far beyond, Dara and Jung Il-woo's wedding will forever stand as a symbol of love that gives, of celebration with purpose, and of stars who chose to shine for others, not just themselves.